Good morning, I'm Ameylia Candra. My NPM is 22051010065, and I'm here about to discuss the issue of how social media affects on children. Most social media apps require users to be at least 13 years old, but in a recent poll, parents shared that 50% of children 10 to 12 years old and 33% of children 7 to 9 years old use social media apps. If your children is currently on social media or if they've been asking to join, it's important to talk to them about what social media is, what rules you have for it, and how it doesn't always show an accurate picture of someone's life. And we talk about the impact of social media on children. While experts are just beginning to understand social media's impact on children, one study shows that children younger than 11 years old who use Instagram and Snapchat are more likely to have problematic digital behaviors like having online only friends and visiting sites parents would disapprove of, as well as a greater chance of taking part in online harassment. That same study says that limiting how much time a child spends on social media may reduce some of the negative effects of using social media at such as early age. In addition to problematic digital behaviors, there may be changes in children's daily behavior at home, like number one, increased irritability, increased anxiety, and lack of self-esteem. If kids are being asked to get off social media and do their homework, then parents might see increased periods of irritability or frustration directed towards parent, says Dr. Esselman. They're being asked to do something they don't want to do and stop doing something they enjoy. And we discuss about dangers of social media. As a parent, it can be hard knowing that your child is doing online. There are dangers to be aware of, though, including cyberbullying, online predators, sharing too much information, false marketing, dangerous viral trends. Kids don't have the cognitive and executive functioning to think through harmful situations and why those might be a bad idea, says Dr. Esselman. So sometimes they're placing themselves in physical risk. What's the solution? Social media can have a positive effect on your child, like helping them learn how to communicate with others, navigate relationship, and how to manage somebody who isn't being kind to them. So no social media at all might not be the best or realistic solution for your kids. But if you decide to let your children use social media, make sure you talk to them about the expectation, both yours and theirs. Here are a few tips on how to navigate the social media world together. Determine if your child is ready. Even if your child is old enough to join a social media platform, they might not be ready for it. As the parent, you have a good sense of their maturity level and how they interact with others like coaches and friends. If you're unsure, Dr. Esselman suggests doing a test period on social media. Parents should identify their expectations and communicate those to their children, she says. Also, identity consequences of not following them. The next is talk to your kids. From the beginning, it's important to have an open and honest conversation with your children on what social media is and what it can be used for. Ask why they're interested in having an account on a particular platform and what they want to use it for it. But as they start venturing into the world of social media, keep talking. If you hear about a popular TikTok trends or that a newsworthy story is trending, talk to your children about what they think and what they've seen, says Dr. Esselman. Number 3, limit screen time. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends limiting screen time to 2 hours a day for children. Esselman says that a good guideline but wants parents to also focus on the big picture. Making sure your kid is still getting enough physical activity and face-to-face interaction. It's not always just the screen time that's the problem, she says. It's what the screen time is in place of. You can always use a screen time app that automatically sets limits to prevent arguing. Monitor their usage. Dr. Esselman suggests checking on what your child is consuming, whether that's scrolling through their tablet or phone or using a social media monitoring tool. See what apps are there and familiarize yourself with those, she says. Ask yourself, is this tool is going to fit your goal? Model good behavior. Easier said than done, right? But Dr. Exelman says practicing safe and healthy social media behaviors in front of your child can go a long way. It's much it's much harder for kids to understand the potential dangers or risk of social media when parents engage in the same behaviors themselves. Go easy on yourself as a parent when it comes to social media and your kids. Don't be afraid to talk to other parents about what they do or ask for help if you are struggling with how to navigate social media and keep your kids safe. Thank you.